Well, hello there, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. We're getting things together, and it is a busy day. I love to say it's not cute not knowing, and we start off with a hug because you never know who's going to need a hug. So come on. Today, Stevie Wonder is celebrating a birthday. He is 71 years old. Porsha, how much is Bravo paying her for this plot? Engaged to a man that she just met a month ago. Possible pregnancy. Porsha Williams is one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Bravo has a deal with her for a little mini-series based on all of this drama. They're giving her $1 million. Porsha is out to prove she's going to be the #1 housewife, even though she broke the girl code. When you're a woman of a certain age, you're like, you out here breaking girl codes. She breaking girl codes because she's with the man that she's with was married to another housewife. Singer Tank, our prayers go out to Tank. We love Tank around here. He was a good guy. The singer and actor took to social media yesterday to talk about how he's dealing with going deaf. He said he is completely deaf in his right ear. He's currently on medications. He's also having problems with his left ear. I don't know what this means for the future of his career. He's got a big song out called Can't Let It Show. And it was just so, it was hurt to hear this because he's a hard worker. You know, Tank may be taking that shirt off and stuff. And I know he does stuff for the gram or social media, but he's a good guy. And our prayers are with him. Chrissy Teigen, I gotta tell you, I want her to be quiet. John Legend's wife, they're digging up old tweets that she sent out directed toward a 16-year-old reality star who was threatening to kill herself. And Chrissy would be like, well, go ahead. Chrissy Teigen is losing endorsements. Macy's, Target. She has a cooking line at Target. She is getting canceled left and right. Sometimes you need to take a break from social media. She's done it in the past. They lost their child. Stay home and take care of your kids. You got kids. You have children. You have children at home. They're little. You got your husband. Some people just need to take a break from social media because they're doing too much. And it is costing Chrissy Teigen money. It is costing her. I feel really bad because they're canceling her left and right. There's a new show on Starz, girl show, Run the World. If you've seen it, let me know if you did. I'm going to try to catch it this weekend. Also, has anyone seen the Mike Epps show, The Upshaws, with Wanda Sykes on Netflix? If you've seen it, drop the deets and let me know. It looks really funny. Purvis Staples has died. 85 years old. Besides Pop Staples, he was the only guy in the Staples Singers group. Now the only remaining member of the Staples Singers is Mavis. Staples Singers, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1999. Tiffany Haddish, she may be replacing Ellen. In an interview that Ellen did with Savannah Guthrie of the Today Show, she says that when everything was directed at her, toxic workplace, she wasn't really nice, she felt that these were organized attacks. Now, she said this is not the reason why she's leaving, but she really took heat last year for what is going on the Ellen show. Ellen said it was just time to say goodbye, and she's ending the show next May. Well, now there is talks that Tiffany Haddish, who fills in a lot for Ellen, maybe the one taking over the show. But do you think that the attacks on Ellen DeGeneres were organized? I don't think she was really nice to people. I remember Wendy Williams was on there, and a lot of people picked up on this. She acted like she didn't want Wendy on the show. And I was like, well, what is that about? But I've witnessed interviews, and she just hasn't been very nice. Bill Gates, we're finding out more about him and Melinda Gates. He's telling pals it was a loveless marriage. They've been living separate lives for a while. We found out about the 70-year-old side chick. His name is on that list of people on the plane with Jeffrey Epstein, and that Melinda Gates had been talking to lawyers for a while and finally pulled the plug on the marriage. She's like, just give me my money. She is out. Whew. Richest couple in the world. I'm hearing a new take on Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Could it be a publicity stunt? And I'm going to explain. Jennifer Lopez was very embarrassed by Alex Rodriguez and that cheating thing. The woman was 20 years younger than Jennifer. Jennifer Lopez is 51. I think there's some self-esteem going on because they're saying that Jennifer Lopez, number one, she can't be without a man. She doesn't want to be seen as not desirable and sexy, which is crazy because she is. I can't believe that someone that gorgeous would have such self-esteem issues, but she doesn't want to be perceived as I'm a woman and I'm alone, which is crazy. You're Jennifer Lopez. So this whole thing with Ben Affleck has been shaky for a while because I told y'all he's drinking. I think he can't get the drinking under control, that it could be contrived so that Jennifer is seen with someone and not alone. Isn't that crazy? She wants to be seen as desirable. She doesn't want to look like, ooh, her man rejected her. It happens every day. Jennifer. Meanwhile, Alex Rodriguez is swole because he's like, how do you meet somebody that quick? It's interesting, but Jennifer doesn't want to be seen as rejected. The NBC show This Is Us is ending after 6 seasons. Tomorrow at the movies, The Book of Saul, Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson. Oh my God, it looks so scary and gory and bloody. You guys can tell me how it is. Also in theaters tomorrow, the movie Those Who Wish Me Dead. Angelina Jolie and Tyler Perry. That picture really looks good, and I've been reading some great reviews. If you are a fan of the Quippy Shows, it was a short-lived streaming network. Starting on May 20th, it's moving to the Roku network. You're going to see Die Hard, Kevin Hart Show, Punk, Reno 9/11, Free Ray Sean with Lawrence Fishburne, show that actually won an Emmy, but they're moving to that network. Shows that have been renewed: American Idol, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Supermarket Sweepstakes, all on ABC. No word yet on The Bachelor. Is the fakeness getting to that show? We don't know because with the host and the racial controversy, and he had to step back. No word yet on what's going to happen with The Bachelor. If you are a fan of the game, remember it was on CW and BET. It's coming back on Paramount Plus. Wendy Raquel Robinson is going to be back in form. The Friends reunion. It's happening, everybody. May 27th on HBO Max. George Michael. We lost the pop singer in 2016 to heart and liver disease. One of his old lovers is getting a huge chunk of his money. Kenny Goss, he dated him years ago, and they were together for years, but he wasn't with George Michael when he died. George Michael was with another man. Well, this man, Kenny, had sued the George Michael estate, and he's getting well over $15,000 a month for the rest of his life, and he was with him for a while. Happy birthday, Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is celebrating a birthday today. He is 71. I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. This week, we talk about how the pandemic has affected our youth and mental health. May, by the way, is Mental Health Awareness Month. And it was a great conversation. Where we live here in Philadelphia, major city, there's been just violent crimes, and in major cities across the country. What is the anger with the youth? Check us out on SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio Podcast, Apple Podcast. We would love to hear from you and check us out, but it's a new podcast that's up. I'm the baby boomer, and I'm surrounded by millennials and Gen X, and we have great conversation. If you like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll know when the video comes up. Do leave a comment because I do love hearing from you, especially if you saw some of the shows that I named. I would love to know how you feel about the Upshaws. If you saw Run the World on Stars, kind of like let me know, because these are all on my little to-do list of things. I'm your auntie of pop culture, and as I love to say, it's not cute not knowing. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.